Well, hello, hello everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Shifts and Pucks podcast. As we have some instant reaction, of course, we can follow us on Twitter at Shifts and Pucks, Facebook.com Shifts and Pucks, YouTube.com Shifts and Pucks, Twitch.com Shifts and Pucks, and wherever you get your audio, as well on the Area 51 Sports Network. We just finished recording about at 4 o'clock Pacific time. And then we recorded our Flames chatter. You can give that a listen. That is up. And then about an hour and a half later, Calle Jarnkrok became a member of the Calgary Flames. He has been acquired today from the Flames. The Flames gave up a 2022 second round pick from Florida, 2023 third round pick, 2024 seventh round pick. The Kraken will retain 50% of Jarnkrok's salary, and Jarnkrok is a member of the Calgary Flames and joining his cousin Elias Lindholm, enjoying fellow Swedes also Michael Backlund, Rasmus Anderson, Jacob Markstrom, Oliver Shillington, and more. So this is another significant piece here for the Kraken or for the Flames as the second significant deal. We sort of speculated that the Flames would probably be done. But with the acquisition of Tyler Toffoli, we kind of had that discussion earlier, and the Flames have made the trade of Calle Jarnkrok. So my boy Calle turns to Calgary, and I have to tell you, I'll give you my instant here to give you my instant reaction or my reaction to the trade. Everyone else is not available at this point. Devin just flew home about an hour before we started that podcast, and then Sean is busy as well with school, so I'm just going to do a solo podcast here. But for the Kraken here, first of all, let's pull up as well. We're doing this. We're going to pull up uh, Jarnkrok's stats for the year. He is, he was scheduled to play tonight on the number one line with Jordan Eberle, and here he's just to talk a little bit about Kraken, the Kraken, and what's going on here. What he was supposed to be, the lines this morning for the line rushes for this morning's game as the Kraken are playing the Tampa Bay Lightning. Jarnkrok was supposed to be with Donskoy and Eberle on the number one line. So they had some high. He's a guy that they had high. He's a guy that they valued, and the Flames obviously valued. Brad Treliving said that it was someone that they valued for a while. He's got 12 goals, 14 assists, 26 points, 5 power play points. He is, as we look at his stats, he will be an unrestricted free agent. He is 30 years old. He was a second round pick, 21st overall by Detroit back in 2010. But this is a guy that Brad Treliving called a fixer. He's a guy that can play all three positions in forward, center, right wing, left wing. He's a right-handed shot. And Treliving felt that they still needed to improve the right-handed skill on this team. And he's done that. He's going to be a guy that you can probably play on any three lines. I'm assuming that you do keep Lindholm, Gaudreau, and Tkachuk together as the number one line, but you can put Jarnkrok between Backlund and Coleman, or you can put Jarnkrok at center between Toffoli and Mangiapane. You have a number of different options here that what you can do in terms of your lineup, and it gives you 5'11", 186 pounds, gives you a guy with that versatility, plays a lot like his cousin Elias Lindholm, very similar styles, and 82 shots, 14.6 save percentage, or shooting percentage, not save percentage, obviously as a forward, that shooting percentage. So that to me that is it's a great pickup for the Flames. And Brad Treliving was asked if this is an all-in year. He said he doesn't like that term. Is Jarnkrok a rental? At this point, Treliving was asked about that, and he said basically that's what he is because he's not signed yet. So we'll have to see about what happens next year, and the off season is one other thing here. But for now, the Flames are trying to be as good as they can be, trying to make this team as good as possible. Trullivan said during the Tyler Toffoli trade, it was this team has done his job. It's time to do his, and he's done it. Now, the compensation is a lot. That is a significant amount of draft capital to give up for this. And so that's 3 picks. And but they are spread out. The good thing about it is they are spread out within 3 years. The Kraken now have 19 picks for the next 2 seasons. So from the Kraken's perspective, if you're building through the draft, this is what you want to do. And the other side of this from the Kraken's perspective is Ben Sherratt was traded after about just a little bit before Calle Jarnkork was traded. So let's get that deal in here as well, because I think that will play into the conversation. So the Panthers have acquired the floor from the Montreal Canadiens defenseman Ben Sherratt. He was on a number of teams' radar, certainly as one of those defensemen that people were looking for. We on here decided that Ben Sherratt would not be a good fit for the Flames. We thought that the price would be too high, and this is the price: 223 first-round pick, 222 fourth-round pick, and a prospect by the name of Ty Smilanic, and Montreal's retaining half of Sherratt's salary. I don't think that's something that the Flames should have been involved in, and the Flames were wisely not involved in that. And so that's, looking at that, the Kraken acquiring another draft pick, and so they're doing well. And to blend this in here to move this back to the Kraken for a second, as Darren Dreger tweeted out, the Kraken are impressed with what Sherratt got, and with the what the Sherratt price was, and they expect the same for Giordano. By the way, Giordano not playing tonight for the Kraken as they're playing the Tampa Bay Lightning, so that trade could be close. And so the Kraken are trying to build this team and build up this team for the next draft. Of course, the 2022 draft not considered as strong as the 2023 draft, so that's what's going to be exciting for them. And of course, so the Flames have given up some significant draft capital, but it's within the last 3 years. They haven't given up any of their prospects, their big prospects, of course, the Matthew Coronados, the Dustin Wolves, all of those guys. They've been able to so far retain them. We'll see what happens within the next few days if there's any other trades. But for the most part, you have to be pretty happy for what Brad Treliving has done. They have built a team in terms of forwards that is a strong, versatile forward group that can be competitive in a long Stanley Cup run. Now, I still think that you probably need to improve the defense, the depth on defense. Even if you have a Juuso Välimäki and a Connor Mackey, they're not quite ready. You still want to get some depth veteran defensemen that have played about 100, as Devin said, about 150 to over 200 games in the National Hockey League, and you'll want to add that into there. But I think for the most part, from the Flames' perspective, you got to feel that they have a strong enough team to go far in the Stanley Cup. I'm not predicting the Stanley Cup. It's not what I'm saying, but this certainly puts them in a good situation. I feel, we talked a little bit earlier in the podcast about the Nashville Predators being a tough matchup. I would feel a little bit better with a Calle Jarnkrok on the Flames against the Nashville Predators team. So so that basically is what our thoughts are. To let us know what your thoughts are, we have a poll up on the Shifts and Pucks Twitter feed grading the trade. here, and we'll just have a quick look at that before we leave for the day, and leave for this. And we may dig into this a little bit more, but so far, 52.9% of people have voted it's a grade the trade as A, B, C, D, or F. B is getting 29.4, C 11.8, D to F 0.9. So let us know what you think. What are you thinking about that? I'll listen to our other podcasts as we go through the day here. We'll have our news packs. We'll update you. We'll be keeping you updated on the trade deadline. Devin and I will have Flames covered shortly after the trade deadline in the afternoon. We'll be doing that, and then we will be doing Canucks trade deadline recap with Sean, Tyler, and Chris on our normal time at around 6:30 Pacific, 7:30 Mountain on Monday. We'll have our news packs tomorrow as well on Friday. And if there's any other news that goes on during the weekend, we'll be sure to bring that to you as well. Thanks everyone for watching and listening. Again, just follow us in Twitter, Shifts and Pucks, Facebook.com, Shifts and Pucks, YouTube.com, Shifts and Pucks, Twitch.com, Shifts and Pucks. Subscribe and like wherever you get your podcasts, YouTube as well, and also on the Area 51 Sports Network. And of course, on Twitter, us individuals, Sean Beardy Connect 03, Tyler TNOBLE, Devin Gordhouse 09, Christian Schneitz, SCHNEIDZ. I am KEVOLE. Thanks everyone for watching and listening. Let us know what you think of the Calle Jarnkrok trade to the Calgary Flames. Good deal, bad deal, let us know, and we'll talk to you all very soon. Bye for now.